Vancouver, and I contacted the Surrey Speaks, and they invited me to join because the first step is you fill out you provide them with some data about yourself, so they know, the basic demographic information, and then they have a lot more research, of course, on their own city stats, so they know where you fit in. And I would say that they would know that, in the conversations we had in the interviews, there were a few mentions of representation, like the concern about marginalized groups, the concern about, how, and that's part of this piece around social media. They would say, we know that just part of our population's on social media, so we're just going to talk on, we'll do it, but that's not everything. So what's said on social media is just part of the piece. So I think that it's really interesting, like even since we started, I was talking to the city of Calgary, and they have now hired, the cities are now starting to hire researchers who specialize in different types of analytics, and so they're starting to really get interested in this area, and they know they have big data, and they know they have their information, so they're starting to hire people to look at it internally. So in terms of how that comes into play, I don't know. It's really interesting learning about how the social media people, for example, viewed themselves. And if you think about how we as records managers view ourselves, it's pretty interesting with this idea of how we are agents within the city, perhaps for change, perhaps for, democracy, social democracy. So.